Tumblin. We're not all about rocks, putting up the Christmas decorations, but let's talk pendants. Come on.
Tumblin, get in here. Okay, so we're gonna go with a couple of different sizes. We're gonna cut them out. Very important before you cab is that you have to cut off all of the excess. When I first started, I left tons of excess and I was sitting over there grinding it forever. And just take a little extra time, do it right, trim it, and you're gonna be way better off. So let's go out to the saw. Tumblin.
My son David, home from college. Get all that excess off. Make sure you're wearing eye protection. I learned the hard way when I did it. Definitely wear eye protection. Get in there and trim out all that excess off.
Tumblin. All right, you did a great job trimming that. So what you want to do, you want to trim down to the painted line. You don't want to go over the line. You want to leave the paint on the cabochon. And what you want to do is you want to keep it flat. Very important. You want to constantly keep it moving. If you don't, you're going to have flat spots. So you don't want to get an angle. It's important to keep it nice and even. See that? It's a thick cabochon, which is cool. Might not be a pendant, it might just be a nice one. It's like painting. You know how it takes a lot of time to prep? And nobody likes to prep. And people just want to jump in and start cutting in. You spend the extra time on the prep, it makes it go much faster. We're almost done. Tumblin. Okay, next step. So we slabbed them, used our stencils, drew our shapes. My son cleaned them up, got off as much excess as possible. First, second wheel. Now we have to cut a channel into the rock to hold the wire. All of this I learned from a tutorial online. I'm going to actually post it. This machine was pretty cheap off of Amazon, but as you can see, come around here, D. As you can see, that little blade, put your stone in, keep it nice and level, back and forth. You're gonna cut your notch so that your wire is invisible. The first couple I did, you can still see the wire. So we really wanna make sure we're doing a good job and getting deep enough. So we're gonna do all these rocks and then we'll move to the next step. Tumblin. Next step. So we've got our lines, we've got our notches, our channels, where the wire's gonna go. But we have to figure out where we have to draw a line so we know when we're creating the dome, which is the most important part of a cab. If you have any flat spots, it'll show scratches and it won't look good. So again, that tutorial that I will post showed me how to do this. This is not my idea. So you take a pen, you find the depth on the rock that you want, and you just slide the rock around, draw your line. That way you know where to stop grinding to create the perfect dome. The most important part. Tumblin. Got your water. Got to use as much water as you can. Now here's our cab. We've got our line, or we got our channel notch that we cut. Then we have the line that we're gonna grind to. Now look, super important, D. when you're starting out, you can go on almost a 45-degree angle and then change the angle and constantly move it in. Again, the dome is the most important part. Never stop the rock. Always keep it moving. Always keep it moving. See? Got a nice ridge. That's what we want to see, big dog. You got it, D? You're doing the next one. Now we're going to work our way in. A little less angle. Gotta get that dome. Super important. No flashing. No flat parts. Keep moving the angle down. Okay, now we got a pretty good spot. See it? Can you see it in the light?
Yep.
All right, let's start going. You get it. Never stop. Never stop. Getting there. Getting there. Got a little work to do yet. A lot of work to do. Tumblin. Alright. So now we've got a nice dome started. We're going to move on to the next wheel. This is the second hard wheel. Really super important. Just put a lot of work into this rock. This gem, I guess. This chalcedony. You don't want to get lazy. Now, you're going to keep it moving. Keep that dome working. Get that dome. Well, there are guys online, Lapidary Dave. He's amazing. He can knock out a cab probably in 5 minutes. It takes me a lot longer. I'm still learning. Probably does more in one day than I've done in my entire life. But I am learning a lot. Tumbling. See you on the next wheel. Third wheel. First soft wheel. So you can't get after it with these two because you'll just give yourself a flat spot. You can really put a lot of pressure. When you actually look at how the rock looks after the first two wheels, it almost looks faceted because you can't get it really smooth. Because at least not with my skill level. But this wheel you can get after it, really get that final grind in, and you'll have an idea how good you did. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that turned out great. That's gonna be a good one. All right, get it a little bit more, and go on to the polishing wheel, tumbling. So we're on to the polish stage. Again, these are soft wheels, so you can kind of lean into it. Oh yeah, looking good, baby. All right, one more to go. Okay, final polish. Just a few minutes on this one. And then we'll be able to see what she looks like dry. Let's go. All right, tumbling down to the last step. So we've cabbed a bunch. We've shown you what that looks like. This rock is pretty phenomenal. We are going to go ahead and wrap it and turn it into a pendant. Hand it over to David, who will be doing the wire work.
Okay. First step is to wrap it with 20 gauge square wire.
Yeah, and these instructions we'll put in the we'll put at the bottom of the video. So square wire, right?
Yep.
That hurt like hell.
Gotta make sure they're flat on the end.
All right, so we wrapped it, square wire, pinch it with the pliers right at the top. And take that vise, hold the bottom of the pliers.
Now it's ready to wrap.
That's ready to wrap.
Okay.
And this is actually what I'll be putting in my,
Need 22 gauge wire.
what is that?
22 gauge circular wire.
22 circular. Okay.
Start it at the plier.
So you wrap it like 3 or 4 times?
Yep. Then take the pliers off and go towards the rock.
A lot.
Yep. And we can snip it.
All right. So we wrap the top there.
Bend it back. Then we can use a tool
These are baling pliers.
to
Create a loop.
should look like that after.
Okay. Let's see.
And you can twist it.
Got it. You snip right at the top of the rod. And what do you finish with? What kind of gauge wire?
20 gauge.
20 gauge half round?
Yep.
And all the type of wire you need will be in the tutorial. It's the best step-by-step tutorial you can ask for. Basically the entire process we followed today is in that tutorial. All right, we're gonna do the final wrap. I just got this wire off of Amazon. The stuff I got at Hobby Lobby wasn't right, because I needed square and half round and then round. That's the final step, right, D?
Yep.
So you just hook it in.
Then start twisting it.
How much pressure are you using?
A lot.
Okay.
It's important to get it tight. Unclamp it, wrap towards the rock.
Maybe just snip it at the rock.
Yep.
Snip that top piece. All right, let's see what it looks like. I guess you hit with
You
little
got the-
pliers to knock it down. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's tight. And that's how you do it. We'll clean this up with pliers to just kind of mash it down. But that's what we've been working on all day. Here, hand me those other ones. That's a really nice job, D. Here's another one. Chalcedony. That's the one I did. Not as quite as good. Actually, no, you did that. I did the same with this. All right. So that's how you do it.
Tumbling.
Tumbling.